All right. Whoa, there was a little lag there. Sorry. Um, all right. Hello. Welcome everyone to a game between Moon versus Sock. This game taking place here on Hammerfall. Yeah. I feel like I got to explain what happened there in the beginning. I normally try to check my audios, make sure everything's recording, have all the gauges right. Started talking and the gauge wasn't registering, and I was like, wait a second. And then suddenly it like bursted. I'm like, oh, I guess it's working. Just a little bit of a screen lag, screen delay. Let's go ahead and jump right into this game here on Hammerfall. Moon spawning as the blue Night Elf player on the top left-hand side of the map, opening things up. Well, there's that Tree of Life. There's that Ancient of War. As we see a militia already making its way over from Sock to try and, well, aggro the units. And oh, what was this? There's a cancellation. I've never actually seen a cancellation of an Ancient of War like this ever. Or not that I easily remember. So what is going to go down here? Demon Hunter is still getting trained. He isn't swapping over to Keeper of the Grove. So the Demon Hunter is going to have a little bit of a difficult time actually trying to clear out this creep camp. Meanwhile, the Ancient of War is significantly delayed. It's not going to be able to tank any damage. So is the Demon Hunter just going to try to run it down? And cause a little bit of pressure with mana burn onto the Archmage? Saying, you know what, if you can't get to level 2, if you're trying to stop me from getting to level 2, same to you, Sock, down here. We'll see how Moon tries to play this, but this is one of those things where, I don't know, I guess I'm kind of geeking out on these WarCraft 3 openings not going the typical route that I always see. I can't predict what's going to happen here for the next couple of minutes. As the Demon Hunter, he could try and go Immolation. Is he going to go Immolation? No, he's just running down here, going straight after this peasant. Or one more shot, the peasant will get taken down. It is down here. Farm is now completed, and now there's a footman also scouting out this Demon Hunter here. Demon Hunter actually opted to tech for evasion first, as the Archmage is now trying to go after all of these snapper units. All right, Reef Elemental going to get taken down. This level 5, level 5 creep, as the Wisp now trying to make its way over. We're going to see the Water Elemental take a quick deny there, as we're looking at another fight. Manual of Health picked up by the Demon Hunter and says, thank you very much. As the Demon Hunter says, you know what, I just want to go after all of these units if I can. Archmage now trying to get in front of the Demon Hunter, not something you see every day, as these peasants are currently trying to hide behind the wall here. The peasants are going back and forth saying, you know what, Demon Hunter, you are not welcome. Demon Hunter forced back here. Meanwhile, Ancient of War finally training up that archer. There's going to be a second archer, perhaps uprooting, and the Demon Hunter, well, able to move back here. This is incredibly important, as the Ancient of War is going to be trying to tank a lot of this damage. The Demon Hunter going to be coming back over and saying, you know what, I got some early kills. I was able to disrupt the Archmage. Now I can come back over and get in some damage onto these units here. Actually having 2 archers, a little bit of a deal, as the, well, Demon Hunter now going straight after the Reef Elemental. No, finding a gift-wrapped footman instead and going, you know what, this is actually more up my alley. Let's go ahead and take down this footman. One more arrow in the back takes him down. Ancient of War off to the north, going to clear out these trees. Another huntsman going to get taken down here. Demon Hunter will get to level 2. And during this time, Sock is now trying to set up an expansion here at, or, well, clear out this Rock Golem creep camp. Tech to tier 2 has not started, so it does look like a potential expansion is underway. And I remember saying this years in the past, although the mid-game often looks the same, a lot of the story is in how you get there, and this story has not been your typical opening whatsoever. Oh, great use of line of sight, as the Wisp trying to hide in the very far back. Archmage does end up finally getting that kill there, but using line of sight to reduce the amount of exposure and forcing that Archmage to give a little bit of a bigger chase. All right, Footman, well, trying to finish off that last there. There's a quick detonation. Archmage now looking to retreat back. Demon Hunter inside the base. However, the Arcane Tower more than a deterrent to keep that Demon Hunter out. All right. Let's keep things going here. Demon Hunter perhaps going to try and go after all these units, but, well, pinned up against the wall here. These peasants are very well protected as they're trying to set up this expo. As we are teching the tier 2, Sok has a good idea that, well, no expansion is in play just quite yet. But, you know, this is Moon, so an expansion is likely in the cards. Demon Hunter now looking to retreat all the way back here. A couple of archers lobbing arrows onto that footman. Footman now down to 174 hit points just after a quick run by here, as the Archmage and Water Elemental could try to put more pressure in. We are see a Tree of Life. There's that Tree of Life that I was looking for earlier. Hunter's Hall gonna get cleaned up. Yeah, it's Moon. If he's not building an expansion by the 6-minute mark, something's wrong. All right, Archer going after that Water Elemental here. Hunter's Hall trying to shut down that Hunter's Hall. That's going to be incredibly important, as that would delay any Ancients of Lore. And wow, the Hunter's Hall looks like it is actually going to fall. That means that we're going to be looking at tier 2. At tier 2, only having tier 1 buildings. Anytime you can delay your opponent's advantage in all of the tech, on all of the opportunities they've spent teching, that is a huge, huge deal. Now forcing that Hunter's Hall to, well, buy a little bit more time. Archmage trying to get in front of the Demon Hunter does do that. Footman now at 65 hit points trying to retreat back away, as we see a sheep well, almost getting lined as well. Demon Hunter, Boots of Speed, now trying to chase after the Archmage. We're going to see Nagasiwa here, Hunter's Hall there, Tree of Life making its way over to try and clear out this northern creep camp. Now, I believe we're going to see a little bit of pressure trying to, well, get some damage here. A couple of cold arrows, nothing too big of a deal. I believe the Demon Hunter can easily handle anything that is being thrown this way. Tech to tier 2, about halfway done for Sok, as Demon Hunter does have Immolation. Archmage, Water Elementals, Footman now engaging here. Demon Hunter does have Immolation, trying to go after all of these units and still racking up quite a bit of damage. There's some cold arrows, there's a detonation. And now the Demon Hunter going after some of these other units here. There's a gift-wrapped Footman, as the, well, Ancient of War and Tree of Life are still fighting their way through. There's another deny. All right, so Moon has not been able to finish things off here. Archer able to get enough Moonwell juice again and continuing to fight its way back. Archmage, well, back down to 251 hit points. However, all of these Moonwells are getting drained pretty consistently. Are we going to see more damage? This Archer could try and head off to that Moonwell as well. Well, there goes another, and a beautiful deny by Sok, keeping things at bay. All right, there's an Ancient of Lore being built off to the north. That Tree of Life has seen better days. It looks as though the Water Elemental now going to try and make its way across here as well. Try to get auto-attacked, as we now see it ensnare onto, entangle onto that Water Elemental. Water Elemental going to get taken down. Demon Hunter going to get a little bit more bonus experience, as the Archmage looking to do a little bit more creeping. Also has a Scroll of Regeneration, which will most likely be used after this particular creep camp here. And well, healing up all of these low hit point Footmen by Sok. All right, Demon Hunter going to be coming back around. Wants to apply some auto damage onto that Archmage. Is he going to be able to do it? No. Footman trying to get in position. There's that Immolation, but Immolation does not actually disrupt, I believe, healing, or the what's it called? Yeah, doesn't dispel regeneration. All right, Arcane Sanctum, dual Arcane Sanctums quickly being built. We should be looking at a couple of priests joining in on the fight here. Demon Hunter coming back down. Scout Tower, Demon Hunter trying to push its way through, but the Scout Tower already upgraded now into a Guard Tower, has better armor compared to that Piercing, and with that, for that piercing damage, and with that, the archers now have limited options. We are looking at the archers without the range upgrade. They're only at 500. They do not have that 700 yet. Meanwhile, Archmage makes its way off to the north here, and we're looking at, well, units trying to jump inside here. All right, Dryad could be run into a little bit of a problem. Ancient of War down across here. Dryad now making its way down south. Blood Mage in the bottom position does have Siphon Mana. There's some cold arrows, and that's going to be one dead Blood Mage that just came out to play. Blood Mage falls at level 1. Meanwhile, well, Wisps getting cleaned out here. All of these Moonwells are now bone dry, and Moon's base is actually rather sparse, as the Archmage just putting in a little bit of superficial damage. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter trying to crack this expansion here, gets up to level 3, Maybe is he gonna go for going for level 2 immolation over level 2 evasion. I thought the Demon Hunter would want to try and dive in here again. All right, couple of casters hiding inside here. A couple of footmen with the Fen, able to reflect back a bit of damage. The footmen, perhaps they're gonna try and engage. Blood Mages out here as well. Is he gonna try to siphon mana? No, that Demon Hunter has no mana to siphon, as well the units are going to engage once more. Meanwhile, Archmage is still fighting here, trying to take down Moonwells with just piercing and magic damage. 49 supply compared to 54. Sok does have, the additional expo, so he is mining still a bit more gold, but not in the greatest of places to be. 54 over 56. And currently nearly supply block. 54 over 56. Demon Hunter going to go ahead and Staff of Teleportation back home, and then perhaps try to run in and rejoin on the battle. Demon Hunter does get a rejuvenation, so that's going to be enough here as the Archmage takes a little bit of damage as he retreats back. We are looking at Tree of Eternity. We are getting that mastery training, so Druids of the Claw will be in that bear form momentarily. 46 supply compared to 54. Moon now operating with this expo, so and now also in low upkeep, so take it back. Economic, no one truly has the economic advantage, as both of them are now, well, getting 14 gold a second. Scroll of Town Portal transferred to the Naga Sea Witch. Demon Hunter finishing off on that, another trapper there. This farm is just in a nice position to get constant scouting, as the Blood Mage now also with Banish to try and shut down that Demon Hunter. All right, Priest, Adept, no, not even Adept training, still only at the Initiate training here. That's a little bit of sad news, as mana does tend to run out quickly. Siphon mana, Demon Hunter now trying to get away, able to break that connection, try to get an auto attack to wake up the Kobold Geomancer, but doesn't get it. Meanwhile, the Dryads and other units able to catch some of these militia that were trying to get pulled on back over. All right, positioning is going to be tough there. There's a Spellbreaker taking quite a bit of damage again. Are we going to see him be able to dive back between the walls? Yes, he will, and he's able to survive and fight another day. Oh, wait, why would you walk forward into the guard tower before you transform? A little bit of a misstep there again. Ivory Towers now upgrading into Scout Towers and an Arcane Tower to, well, act as a preliminary warning system for any fighting. 75 supply compared to 60. Sok having the major supply advantage. There's a Fork Lightning, though, and we're going to be looking at, well, perhaps a low hit point, couple of units getting caught in transit, trying to regroup here. All right, meanwhile, the Demon Hunter trying to finish things off. There's Immolation. There is also a Potion of Invulnerability. Is he going to be able to fight off all of these units? Siphon mana away from the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter could try and engage back again, as we're looking at both sides just putting pressure on each other's expansions. Demon Hunter wants to break that chain. Meanwhile, the Ancient of War is still fighting. A couple of Moonwells are going to get constructed up here, as the Demon Hunter is, well, still trying to fight this battle. There's Immolation, using Potion of Invulnerability to break the connection there. Going to drain that Moonwell quickly, as the Dryads are trying to retreat back. All right, still, every side still fighting. There's an Arcane Tower actually within range of an Ancient of War, as the Demon Hunter finishes off another target. All right, Staff of Teleportation outbound, as it's going to be taking a little bit of damage. Scroll of Town Portal inbound, going to land across here and now try and engage. There's a quick Fork Lightning against all of those units. A Dryad quickly tries to get an Abolish Magic off against all of these Water Elementals, as the Demon Hunter quickly gets banished. But as a banished, Demon Hunter can't take damage unless it's magic, as another Water Elemental gets cleaned up here. All right, both sides exchanging blows. Naga Sea Witch does have, well, Orb of Venom, so able to apply a bit of damage over time onto all of these fleeing units. We're going to see an Arcane Tower perhaps get taken down quickly. Naga Sea Witch already sitting at level 4. 1 or 2 more shots. It's going to get that one Arcane Tower now cleaned up, as the Druids of the Claw are retreating back. Spellbreakers going after the Druids of the Claw. Druids of the Claw, Staff of Preservation for the save, as this Ancient of War sitting at 7... sitting in a precarious spot, will end up falling. Blood Mage could get to level 3 if I believe the Archmage is far enough away. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability transferred to the Blood Mage there. All right. Oddly enough, not a lot of battling happening on the southern side of the map yet. Both sides are just engaging off on the north side of Hammerfall. as these two expansions are relatively close to each other. Ring of Superiority gonna be left behind. Not quite sure what that is about, as we are only sitting at keep and not getting up a third hero yet. Also, no masonry upgrades either, as the Demon Hunter once more going to try to go after the Sorceresses, Spellbreakers, and all of these other units. Oh, look, the Sorceress able to get inside once more. There goes an Archer getting cleaned out. 75 supply compared to 74. Meanwhile, more towers being, well, quickly constructed, only to be quickly destroyed. Naga Sea Witch does have, well, mana shield in order to try and protect a little bit of that damage, turning that Naga Sea Witch more into an ranged auto attack unit here. All right, Orb of Venom, with a couple of bears, a partner with a couple of bears. That's going to be some easy damage there. Coming back through. Level 4 Archmage has retrained to Blizzard. No more water elementals. Blizzard to try and take control and zone out all of these Druids of the Claw. That is going to be incredibly important. Sok, with this slow progression of towers, could make a very big play here as the Demon Hunter, well, catching a couple of units in transit again. All right, we're going to see one priest getting taken down. Another priest could get taken down. Demon Hunter, well, finally out of mana. We're looking at a banish onto a rifleman, and a banished rifleman able to stick around and fight another day. Also, healing on him from those priests are going to be that much better, as we now see the towers off on the north getting cleaned up. Guard tower continuing to poke. We're going to be looking at more repairs. And if you are going to go for a towering, why not get the masonry upgrade as a staff of preservation coming back the other way? All right, Demon Hunter Dryad trying to catch units that are trying to get back with this major front line Archmage and Blood Mage, continuing to put pressure as we are now, well, dancing into low and high upkeep for both of these teams. 77 supply compared to 79 supply. Both sides on the upper echelons of low upkeep. There's some siphon mana. Naga Sea Witch losing a little bit of mana there as the Blood Mage being forced to try and retreat back. Riflemen, well, do have the rifle upgrades, continuing to put pressure down. Archmage, are they going to try and use Blizzard yet? I haven't seen it. There's Blizzard, and that's going to be a little bit of damage there. Banish onto the Naga Sea Witch, and now that Archmage is just, well, raining down a damage onto those, or was it Blizzarding down? Raining down damage onto those Druids of the Claw and forcing them to not be in the fight. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter tried to push his way through behind, but the Guard Tower and Arcane Tower more than enough of a deterrent, as Moon is setting up another Tree of Life for us, a third base to replace the main base that may be running out of gold. Only 3 minutes of mining left. Quick repairs underway. There's Blizzard raining down across all of those Druids of the Claw, trying to create a little bit of separation right in this zone, allowing the Riflemen and the Spellbreakers to continue this battle. Slow on to the Naga Sea Witch. A little bit more damage going down onto all of these units again, and we're still seeing more damage getting racked up. Staff of Preservation for the save once more. 72 supply compared to 80. Sok is in a great spot. If he can force this gold mine to go down, he will have a great window of opportunity, as we see repairs now getting underway. Archmage really needed to Blizzard down right here to prevent any of those repairs. Otherwise, it's just superficial damage, as it doesn't cost anything to repair a gold mine. All right. Arcane Tower about to be completed. There is a quick cast of slow peasants joining in on the battle. There's a siphon mana. Demon Hunter now out of mana, as the Arcane Tower going to be poking through. All right. Well, Scout Tower quickly going to get taken down. There's Blizzard raining down again. Rifleman trying to focus down a couple of those Druids of the Claw. Is it going to be able to finish down one? Yes, it does. And the Druids of the Claw are still in trouble here. As well, this little narrow choke point with all of this range damage, so good for Sok. Arcane Towers, and now continuing to just walk their way towards this towering position. 80 supply compared to 79. Archmage with beautiful zoning effects, and Riflemen, so many Riflemen, making it difficult for the Dryads to actually get within combat range, as the Riflemen do have just slightly more range at 600 to 500. All right, turning back around, more damage getting thrown down here, more siphon mana, as the Archmage, well, trying to protect all of these wizards, and here's a narrow choke point, forcing all of these Druids of the Claw to walk through before they can actually get within combat range. All right, we're going to see more damage. There goes another Druid of the Claw taken down again. Spellbreakers could get exchanged, and as the guard towers and Ivory Tower and the Arcane Towers are still not up yet. All right, the peasants could try and repair. We're going to be looking at another Druid of the Claw getting taken down. Moon is in some serious trouble. We're going to see looking at one Druid of the Claw getting taken down, and now, well, so many units back here. 66 supply compared to 81. Guard tower is nearly up, and we're going to see, well, Staff of Teleportation outbound again. With these guard towers now completed, it is going to be much, much harder as the demon... Oh, the Tree of Life. The Tree of Life that was trying to clear down the bottom here was taken out as well. If Moon had held on to that, perhaps that would have been enough. We're looking at a potential group of repairs. The peasants are now making their way across, and that is gonna be the game. A beautiful game by Sock, taking out Moon, winning with the resource score, and then having more units out on the battlefield, being able to produce more. Not a tech swap, that skill swap into Blizzard really making the biggest difference overall. Let me know what you guys thought about this game in the comments below.